Hi there, buddy. How y'all doing? Y'all welcome back to Round Around episode 12 here. And in this episode here, this is the launch date of the AMD Ryzen 5 9600X CPUs and the Ryzen 7 9700X CPUs. The Granite edition, which launched August 10th. Yes, August 10th was the launch date of the new Ryzen 7 9700X and the Ryzen 5 9600X. And the price of those are, let's go ahead and get right into that right now. The price of those are going for $359 as well as $279 on the Ryzen 5 9600X. Now, I had to go ahead and watch the videos and everything of all the performance testing that was done. Some content creators that does these testings have pushed back their testing to make sure the other colleagues get their results out first so they could go by an understanding of what went wrong. Basically, I'm just here to tell you, AMD, I'm gonna just come straight out. Y'all fucked up. Y'all really fucked up here because the development team of AMD just was focused on power consumption because they promised enthusiasts as well as gamers a IPC uplift up to 4 to 10%. Now, we all know not to go by charts. They just put up charges to go ahead on there and run a gimmick scam. Now, it's not a scam like a gimmick scheme to get us to buy the product, to get us to rush out. That's like more of a psychological thing. Let me get into your head to go ahead and buy this product, which they know. I think the development team know they made a mistake because that's why they delayed the launch date when it's supposed to come out in July 31st. They pushed it back for the first two, the Ryzen 5 9600X and the Ryzen 7 9700X to August 10th. And by me watching videos from my colleagues, J2 Cents, Kyle from BitRit, Paul Hardware, who else? Hardware Unbox. As watching those videos and those slides and the FPS and gaming, right now, AMD made a big fuck up here. Yes, they did. The performance of these new Granite CPUs are garbage. And I'm very disappointed in that because I thought that you gonna get the uplift that they say you're gonna get, as well as for enthusiasts. If you're not a gamer, you do Photoshop work, you do Adobe Premiere, you processing and editing videos, etc. You know how y'all like doing it. You know, and the gamers who love gaming all day, every day with their friends, they in tournaments, etc. You know, trying to be the best they can be on the gaming channel. Right now, on the AM5 platform, if you are on the Ryzen 7 7800X 3D, stay on it for gaming because the Granite Edition does not give you what you need in FPS. Everybody want more for better, so you don't get no sluggish frames, no tearing, no issues while you are gaming. And all these games were tested out on the RTX 4090 overclocked GPU. So there should be no issues with a new CPU from AMD, the Granite CPUs. Wow. I mean, I'm lost of words right there because I was very disappointed to look at those sluggish numbers. And the best gaming CPU right now on the market, the best gaming CPUs right now on the market from the AM5 and the AM4s on the AM5 platform, it is the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. And if you're still on the AM4 platform, the best gaming CPU you can get on that there AM4 platform is really two. Is the Ryzen 7 5800X3D. Now, if you're on a tight budget, you got the Ryzen 7 5700X3D and the Ryzen 5 5600X3D. When they compared the AM4 X3Ds and the Ryzen 7 7000X3D, it dominated the Ryzen 7 9700X as well as the Ryzen 5 9600X. Now, AMD promised us an IPC uplift. And if y'all don't know what IPC is, I'll be putting that link in the description below. Y'all go ahead and read, and y'all can understand what IPC performance is in CPUs. Really, it's more of program handling. Know what coding and what structures to send to the software so they can go ahead and perform better while you're doing your task. And as well as running multitask applications as well too. But I'll be putting that link in the description below of the IPCs and what it's supposed to do for processors. But right now, only thing AMD promised us was power consumption with the new Granite editions. They just don't want you to burn more power like the Intel i13-900K and the Intel i9-14900K. So, because with those two processors I just mentioned by Intel, and they rolled out the BIOS to fix those issues, because with that, on those two CPUs by the 13 gen and 14 gen, the i9 series, you cannot send them back for RMA. Intel refusing it. So they're supposed to be rolling out an BIOS fix for those CPUs so they won't be crashing while y'all got them overclocked. But AMD is somewhat in the same boat as Intel, because y'all keep coming out with bullshitty ass product. And to come out with product that is really disappointing to the consumers, it makes us don't want to upgrade no more. And to the ones who love upgrading, I would think about upgrading to the Ryzen 9. Not the Ryzen 9, but the Ryzen 7 9700X, as well as the Ryzen 5 9600X. If you're an upgrade junkie, you want to say, hey, I'm on new gear, that's up to you. But honestly, me, after watching those videos for my colleagues and understanding what AMD did wrong, wow. Because there was a big talk at Computex 2024 about these new Granite CPUs coming out. And where is it? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Right now, this is just part one, because part two is on the way. Because in part two, August 15th, we got the new Ryzen 9 9950X as well as the Ryzen 9 9900X. Will the Ryzen 9 help they baby sisters out as they felt in all the tests? I mean, X264 was bad. It had a little uplink in certain applications, certain rendering applications, but the new Cinebench 2024, it sucked. I mean, the Intel was dogging. And right now, when Jay did his test, and I'll be putting all my colleagues' videos in the description below, before y'all run out and buy, watch everything. And get the understanding yourself, because if I was looking forward in upgrading my platform, because I was thinking about upgrading my gaming platform, which I got it up and running, which I'm happy for that. But I was thinking about upgrading from the Ryzen 5 3600 to a whole new AM5 platform and get the Granite CPUs. Because right now the Ryzen 5 9600, which is the same core, same thread, just low power consumption, 65 watt thermal design power on both of them. And right now, we just hope that the big sisters, the Ryzen 9, 9950X and the 9900X, will make us think twice in buying it right now, because AMD development team, what went wrong? And y'all had to point the fingers at yourselves. So right now, August 15th, as I watch those videos, I'm going to watch those videos and give y'all my conclusion after watching the performance and all the benchmark tests on the Ryzen 9 9950X as well as the 9900X that will come out August 15th. So I'll be watching those, and I'll probably watch those for two days, because they come out August 15th. And I'm gonna watch the videos. Now I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, should you buy them or not. So right now, the price, as you see, for the Ryzen 7 9700X is $359. Now, if you want to go ahead on and get the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, that is going for $363. If you get it at Microsoft, it might be 359 or less. But right now, your best for gamers, your best gaming CPU is the Ryzen 7 7000X3D, 7800X3D on the AM5 platform. And right now, we thought the Ryzen 9, not the Ryzen 9, but the Ryzen 5 and the Ryzen 7 9000 series would be that answer for us to upgrade on the AM5 platform. So right now, we hoping that the big sisters, the Ryzen 9 Granite CPUs that is launching August 15, will help the poor performance with the Ryzen 7 9700X as well as the Ryzen 5 9600X. Y'all stay tuned for part 2, and I'll give you my final answer. Should you stay away from them, stay where you at, or should you just say, hey, I'm just going to stop buying CPUs and upgrading my systems because Intel and AMD don't know what the hell they are doing? All right, everybody, how y'all doing? Y'all welcome back to Ron and Ra. We are going to be talking about the Ryzen 9 9900X Granite CPUs as well as the Ryzen 9 9950X Granite CPUs. Now, they was launched on August 15th. The AMD broke it up, and right now, all our product testers that who tested these products out, the CPUs on the X670E motherboards, are not happy. Now, some of them trying to make good use of AMD developing team mistakes. Yes, that's right. I said the AMD development team made a boo-boo with the Granite Edition. And we're trying to figure out what happened, what they were thinking of, because right now, the only best CPU, only good for productivity, because that's what they was focusing on, these are Granite Editions. Because all y'all gamers been saying that the CPUs are good for gaming, but poor for productivity. But now, since we got the Granite Edition, the Ryzen 5 9600X, the Ryzen 7 9700X, the Ryzen 9 9900X are horrible in that. In rendering, it has its ups and it has its downs. In gaming, you may just go ahead and look somewhere else because it's not there in gaming. And that's the thing AMD said it was. You had that uplift in the IPC, like 4 to 40% uplift in IPC for enthusiasts, gamers, etc. It's not there. And that's the issue. It is not there. And the main thing is, what is there with these new Granite Edition CPUs? Right now, they're not looking good. I mean, right now, I'm lost for words. I'm looking at something where I could go ahead and give new buyers a price list that was able to be done on a budget. Now, we all know, and I know back in old school days, if we want a game, you had to buy your designated GPU based upon your nice powerful CPU you have to play your most latest and modern games. Now, back in our days, we didn't have that much to go off of. We had only simple stuff. It wasn't overclocking. It wasn't high-end product. But now we are up there where we can say, hey, our PC technology world has grew. But also falling off the areas where y'all just focusing on being on top. This competition between Intel and AMD, it needs to stop. Yes, it needs to stop because right now these are new Granite Edition, the 9000 series CPU is not there for gaming. The only one you can use for productivity is the 9950X, but that is coming at a whopping price. Let's go over the price points. Alrighty, as you see right here, the Ryzen 9 9950X coming in at $649.99, and the Ryzen 9 9900X coming in at $499 and $499. Yes. Right now, your best top tier CPU is the 600. Right there is your 600. Yes. And who needs a $650 processor that's only good for rendering? I mean, yes, the productivity is there in the 9950X. Development team focus on power consumption. They want it to be too powerful where it eats up your power bill. It causes your power bill to increase. But in gaming, it sucks in gaming. All four of them. But who am I to tell you what was good for you? If you are a upgrade junkie, then if you want to buy the new series, it is up to you. But right now, I would just basically stay away from the 9000 series. It is not there. The only one is there is a Ryzen 9 9950X, the $650 CPU that is there for productivity. You had your uplift over the Intel 14th gen as well as the 13th gen. And then the 13th gen on Intel as well as the 14th gen dominated in some series. Now, in the charts I'm going to be putting in the description below, we'll tell everything from Hardware Unboxed, J2 Cents, Paul's Hardware, Bitwit, Gamers Nexus, as well as PC World. Now, PC World was trying to go ahead on there and sell it on the good point. Go buy it. This good, but no. I mean, after you did the Puget list and everything, it has uplifts and then it has its downside. So it's like pretty much balanced with the Ryzen 9 9950X, but that is the most expensive CPU that AMD have on the market. Are these good for anything? No. Should you buy it? Absolutely not. But who am I to tell you what to do? If you're an upgrade junkie, then that's on up to you. But as I close this segment out, yes, I'm closing this segment out. The Ryzen 9 Granite Edition CPUs suck. You cannot game with them. They suck. The only good one you can use for productivity to render fast and everything is the Ryzen 9 9950X. But who am I to tell you what to buy? If you want to upgrade, that's up to you. Trust me, gaming with these new Granite editions is just like having the Ryzen 7 7800X3D or the Ryzen 9 7950X3D. The 7800X3D is your best processor. If you're still on the AM4 platform, then your Ryzen 7 5800X3D is the go-to because the Ryzen 9 9000 Granite CPUs was pretty much neck and neck. The Ryzen 7 7800X 3D beat the Ryzen 7 9700X as well as the Ryzen 5 9600X. It destroyed about 5 to 6 FPS frames, just about 5 to 6% on the FPS frames. But duh, AMD, hello, development team, what were y'all thinking of? And that's the issue right now. Only thing y'all just focusing on that we coming up with a new CPU and y'all trying to get more like Intel, giving it crazy names and flop. Yes, this whole Granite Edition flop. It sucks. Would I recommend you to buy? Absolutely not, but that's up to you. And I'm going to close this segment out. I'm not talking about these Granite no more because I can't do a price list for a person that is on a budget to say, hey, I can use this here for editing because the only best processor out there for editing is the Ryzen 9 9950X, and it's going for $650. So y'all think about it before y'all sit down here and spend your money on hardware that you don't need. I want to thank y'all for watching this segment of Ron on Run. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.